future fellow weirdo. You're the black sheep of the flock. Come and take a load off. Let's have a little talk. This side of the universe, the wildest place you've been. Welcome to the service at the party pen. Have a good time, laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
lead the way. I got the coffee and the smokes, I got the herb and the chair. Got a seat with your name on it, waiting right there. Searching for the mystery, a better mind to find. Leave that stuffy, judgy world way back behind. And the rebels, we're the ones that don't fit in. But there's a holy kind of magic in the middle of the sin.
Yeah, the mystery is deep and the coffee's brewing strong. In the most offensive church where we all belong. Have a good time,
laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
lead the way. The mystery of God, what a beautiful find.
A better understanding for a
black sheep's mind.
Hey there, future fellow weird-ass black sheep. I'm doing a mic check. Mic check. Oh, God voice fucking works. Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna be reading Chronicles, like, right now. Oh my fucking God, God voice works. Oh my me. Oh my me. That's amazing. Yeah, God voice is working. Except for, yeah, it's working. Yeah, God voice. Okay. Okay. We're going to be reading Chronicles in the Old Testament. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I could ejaculate in your pants. Man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I know. I think I like it. I like it. God voice. Man. Oh, I'm so excited. Man. I should read Chronicles. But I wish somebody was excited as me about God voice. Hold on. You too. Hey, Midbar. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Yeah, you're amazing. It's great. God voice is working. Hold on. Nice title. Isaiah 42. Hey, exactly. We're fucking flowers. We're the weird ones. We're the weird fucking man. Man, it's God voice. How so doing? Ah, okay. Okay. Listen. Listen. We're gonna read Chronicles right now. Okay. Hey, okay. Yeah. No, it's not. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for coughing in your ear, but I had to cough. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Wait. What's happening? No one knows. That's happening. Haha. I'm not in the hotel right now. I'll be in the hotel later. But I'm at home because I wanted to see if God voice works. And Dustin has to cut the grass and the cats want it outside. So that's what's happening. But God voice is working. So we are on okay. We're on chapter 13. Hold on one second. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So chapter 13 First Chronicles. Then David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds, and with every leader. But David said to all these terrible ass people, if it seems good to you, and if the Lord our God let us send out to our brethren everywhere who are left in all the land of these terrible ass people, and with them, to the priests and Levites who are in their cities. Oh, their cities are the ghetto, by the way. Like, is Sam in here? Let him eat some food. The stray cats are invading the house to eat food. Well, we're very nice to them. Okay. So, anyways, their cities are the ghettos on the outskirts of town. Like, the literal outskirts of towns. We learned that in Exodus, but we're past Exodus. Yeah. But anyway, their cities are the ghettos. In their common lands, that they may gather to us, and let us bring God's suitcase chair back to us. Oh, yeah. So David was on ancient Instagram, okay? And he was seeing how nice God was treating Obed-Edom. So David got like super jelly because he's scrolling on ancient Instagram and, you know, he sees how nice. So David conjures up this great plan to have a parade to go and get God's suitcase chair back because God was being too nice to this other guy. So David's being super jelly as fuck. And he wants to go back and get it. And everybody is like wants to do everything that David does, okay? Whatever David wants. David is the original Instafluencer. Like seriously, everybody wants to do whatever David's doing. Okay? So let our brethren with them to the priests who are in their cities. Let us go get God's suitcase chair back, for we have not inquired at it since the days of Saul. Then everybody was like, yeah, whatever you want to do, David. So David is real sly. He's like, you know what? We need to get God's suitcase chair so I can talk to him. Even though David can talk to God anytime he wants to. He's like, we need to get this chair back. Okay. Then David gathered all these terrible ass people together from all of these places. And David and all these terrible people went up to Bela, to Kiriath-jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up from there God's suitcase chair. So they carried, oh yeah. Okay, we already read this. But anyway, okay, so never mind. I had all of that wrong. They hid God's suitcase chair while David was hiding from Absalom. That's right. Yeah. So they go back up to that place and get it. Okay. And then the cart starts to wobble a little bit. So this guy called Uziza reaches out his hand to catch it, and God kills him right there. And then David freaks out and is like, I'm not taking this chair, God. I don't even want it. So they take it to this guy called Obed Edom. Okay. Now, the king of Tyre sent David everything he needed to build his house, right? And he even sent him servants and stuff like that to build this house. And then, yeah, okay, this is the next part. Now, when the Philistines heard that David had become king of these terrible ass people, the Philistines went up to search for David. And David heard it and went out against them. And then the Philistines went and made a raid on the valley of Ephraim. And David inquired of God, saying, now I remember I tried to read this in the hotel, but then I decided not to because God voice. I love God voice. I can't help it. Oh, hey, you madness people. Welcome. Welcome to the land of the weird ass black sheep. I appreciate y'all for coming. We are on chapter 14 of Chronicles. David is inquiring of God, inquiring to God's suitcase chair. Hey, what's up? Is that Dustin or the guy called Pops? I don't remember anybody else's name. But is it one of you guys? Welcome. Okay. So anyway, David inquires of God, "Hey Pops, how are you? Look, we're getting to the best part. At least stay for God to come. Because God has his own voice and his own personality, and we are about to learn it. Because God has so much fun with David." Okay. So David was like, "Do you want to go fight?" And God was like,
Hell yeah, I want to go fight. Yeah, I'll go fight. I want to fight. Yeah, I want to fight. So I'm going to tell you some shit. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on, I said things. Go up, for I will deliver them into your hands. Because I want to fight. Man, I need to stretch my muscles. You got to stretch before you twerk. Very important. So, oh, man, I feel so good right now. Okay. Yeah. Go fight.
God has ADHD. I apologize. They don't make God sized Prozac. So he's just having a blast. Okay. So they went up to Baal Perazim, and David defeated them there. Then David said, "God has broken through my enemies by my hand like a breakthrough of water." Therefore, they called that place what it was already called, Baal Perazim. And when they left their gods there, David gave a commandment, and they were burned with fire. The Philistines once again made a raid on the valley of God, yodeling through the valley. Okay. Anyway, they made a raid on the valley. Therefore, David inquired of God again. And God was like, "No."
No, you can't fight them because words and things. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what it said. I don't remember. I wrote it down though. Well, okay. I didn't write it down, but somebody did. And yeah, you can't go fight. You can't go fight because I want you to circle around them and come up. Are you okay? Okay. You're gonna come upon them in the front of the mulberry trees. And then it shall be when you hear a sound of marching in the top of the mulberry trees, then you will go out to fight, for God has gone before you to strike the camp of the Philistines. Yeah, we're gonna cheat.
Yeah, they cheated. Okay. So David did as God commanded, and they drove back the army of the Philistines from Gibeon as far as Gezer. Then the fame of David went to all the lands of, and the Lord brought the fear of him upon many nations. Hold on. Nice title. Oh, my computer's about to die. Hold on. What? No, I got my headphones on. I was live streaming. Well, I'm still live streaming, but I gotta plug my computer in. Okay, I plugged it in. Okay, so we are in between chapters, and I can actually smoke now. So, well, I can't smoke in the hotel room, but I can smoke in this room. So, Midbar, how are you? Because you don't come in anymore, like never. And don't forget to hit the like button. And Madness, don't forget to hit that red pill button. Give me the pills and thumbs. I'll take pills, but you give me thumbs. That is so gross. I'm just kidding. It's not really. Give me thumbs and pills. You know what song's stuck in my head right now? That Deep Purple. No, not Deep Purple. It's that fire smoke. She is rising. Fire, baby. Smoke on the horizon. Or something like that. I think it might be The Cure. I don't even know the name of that song. Maybe I could call somebody. Your ass better call somebody. I saw your title today and figured why not. Did you see my beginning song? The Wheels made it for me, and it's fucking amazing. It's bluegrass and beatbox. Yeah, it's awesome. Because I am so fucking weird and it fits. It fits a channel. She doesn't want you to put her down. Yeah, he did it perfect, didn't he? Yeah. But I'm glad that you're here because, I mean, there's a lot of people that should be here because God voice, you know, because I might not be able to do God voice later. And I love God voice, and I don't have any soda or coffee. I could probably get water. I guess I could get water. Hold on. Be right back. I know it's smokestack lightning, some kind of crap like that. Fire. So how are you? Midbar. We are in between chapters, and I want somebody to just talk to me and hear what happened. I was asked to quit smoking weed at the hotel. Well, I didn't. We're not allowed to smoke in the hotel room. But I was smoking weed where the employees smoked cigarettes. So I was asked not to do that. No, laughter is the best medicine, man. It feels good to laugh, don't it? Especially at my crazy ass Bible shit. I promoted my channel at the hotel. I don't think any of the people came because, Bible freaks people out. And they're like, oh, I don't want the Bible. But I tried to tell them, like, I read the Bible like an asshole. Like, yeah, it's not like all godly and shit. Have you met me? Like, I could be godly. Are you kidding? I'm godly in a different way, in the right way. Oh my God. You know what? I got God voice back. Well, kind of. I could sing the next songs in God voice. Yeah, that's amazing. And that's what I'm going to do. Depression is like drinking. Yes, yes. And depression is stupid, and you don't need to be depressed if you like yourself. You don't need nobody else. You need to read Das Bible and laugh at these stupid fucking people because they do stupid things all the time on purpose. But we are on chapter 15. And I think I got some time because Dustin's cutting the grass today. But I've been being real good at the hotel, except for smoking where employees smoke. I was asked to go smoke by a wall. And I was like, okay, I'll go smoke by a wall. Like, what do I do? Yes, but Jesus said it's the people around you that are supposed to matter. And you doing that is supposed to make you feel better. But only if you're like taking care of the people around you, which I have a real problem with because I don't take care of anybody, not really even myself. As a matter of fact, I don't take care of myself at all. But I attempt to do nice things, but sometimes people treat me so bad for doing nice things. But it's okay. I still got myself and my videos. As long as nobody takes this shit from me, I should be okay. But politics have been taken from me. Q has been taken from me. Everything has been taken from me except for my videos. Yep, real life. Okay. So, okay, here we go. This. This is good part. Okay. So, David built houses for himself in the city of David, which is Zion. And he prepared a place for God's suitcase chair and pitched a tent for it. So, David pitched a tent in his backyard for God. Okay, well, God's suitcase chair, but that's where he hangs out. So, God's got a tent in David's backyard, right? Then David said, no one can carry God's suitcase chair but the Levites, for the Lord has chosen them to carry his chair and to minister before him forever. And David gathered all these terrible people together at Jewland to bring up God's suitcase chair to the place he prepared for it. Then David assembled all these terrible ass people and the Levites, the Levites of the sons of Kohath, Uriel the chief, and 120 of his brethren, the sons of Merari, Isaiah the chief, 220 of his brethren. Oh my God, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Okay. And David called for Zadok and Abiathar, and for the Levites, for Uriel, Asaiah, for the Levites. Oh, no. Isaiah, Joel, Shemulah, Eliel, and Abinadab. And he said to them, you are the heads of the Levites. Take a bath, and you and your brethren may bring up God's suitcase chair to the place I have prepared for it, because you did not do it the first time. The Lord our God broke out against us because we did not consult him about the proper order. You lie. David is such a liar. David is such a liar. Okay. So the priests and the Levites took a bath to bring up God's suitcase chair. And the Levites bore the God's suitcase chair on their shoulder by its poles, as Moses had commanded. Then David spoke to the leaders to appoint their brethren to be. David is planning a parade. So he's getting all the music people together. Okay. Okay. So we got all these music people together by raising the voice with resounding joy. So the Levites appointed a couple people bunch of fucking people. Okay. Okay. So they got all these people. So David, the elders of these terrible ass people, the captains, went to bring up God's suitcase chair from the house of Obed Edom with joy. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. David scrolling on ancient Instagram and seeing how good God is treating Obed Edom. So David pitched a tent in his backyard to go get God's suitcase chair because he's jelly. And so it was when God helped the Levites who bore his suitcase chair that they offered 7 bulls and 7 rams. And David, yeah, okay. So David was clothed with a robe, as were all the Levites and all the other people. David also wore a linen ephod. Um, so David's in a robe and a hat, okay? Just so you know. Look, thus, all these terrible people brought up God's suitcase chair with shouting, with the sound of the horn, with trumpets and cymbals, making music with stringed instruments and harps. So they was rocking out. They was so happy rocking out. And they were dancing. They were having a whole parade. And David was in a robe and an ephod. But remember in the other story, he got butt ass naked and started showing his pecker to everybody. And Micah got mad and called him gross. And he's like, I can be more gross. And she's like, stop showing your wiener off. And he's like, I have the best wiener. And then she was like, I'm not. I'm not. Okay. And it happened as God's suitcase chair came. Oh, right here. Right here. Look, right here. I'm going to tell you. Okay. So, when it came to the city of David, Michelle saw his daughter, looked through the window, and saw David whirling, playing music, and she despised him in her heart. So she was like, this motherfucker is so happy for no reason. So, okay. So remember, David is naked mostly in a hat and a robe. So they brought God's suitcase chair and set it in the midst of the tabernacle that David had erected. So the tent David erected in his backyard for God's suitcase chair. And then they offered burnt offerings, peace offerings before God. And when David had finished, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord and then gave everyone a sandwich and a cake. Everybody got a sandwich and a cake. And he appointed some of the Levites to minister before the ark, God's suitcase chair, to commemorate and to thank, to praise the Lord God of these terrible ass people. Asaph, the chief, next to him, Zechariah. Remember that. Then Gil. More names. Oh, Obed Edom is in here too. And they play instruments. On that day, David first delivered this psalm to the hand of Asaph and his brothers to thank the Lord. Okay, so this is a psalm, the first psalm of David. Okay, yep. Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people. Sing to him. Sing praises to him. Talk of his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those rejoice who seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face evermore. Remember his marvelous works which he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. Oh, seed of you terrible ass people, you his servant, you children of Jacob, his chosen ones. That is real life. He did choose them, and one day we will find out why. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. Remember his covenant forever, the world which he commanded for 1,000 generations. The covenant which he made with Abe, Jake, and Abe, Isaac, and Jake. And he told them, to you I will give the land of Canaan as a allotment of your inheritance. When you were few in number, indeed, very few, and strangers in. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he permitted no man to do them wrong. Yes, he rebuked things for their sake, saying, do not touch my anointed ones, and do my prophets no harm. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Proclaim the good news of his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the nations, his wonders among all the people. For the Lord is great and greatly praised. He is also to be feared above all. For the gods of the one people are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and gladness are in his place. Give to the Lord, O families of the peoples. Give to the glory and strength. Give to the Lord the glory due his name. Bring an offering and come before him. Oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Tremble before him, all the earth. The world is also firmly established. It shall not be moved. Let the heavens rejoice and let the earth be glad. Let them say among the nations, the Lord reigns. Let our sea roar and all its fullness. Let the field rejoice, all that is in it. Then the trees of the wood shall rejoice before the Lord, for he is coming to judge the earth. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endures forever. And say, save us, O God of our salvation. Gather us together and deliver us from the Gentiles, to give thanks to your holy name, to triumph in your praise. Yeah, things are happening, man. Blessed be the Lord God of these terrible ass people, from everlasting to everlasting. Yeah, words of thanks. Okay. I never looked at how long this was. Okay. How many minutes are we at? I don't even know. A lot. Damn it. Damn it. I just want to see one. Man, I can't fucking see. Oh, 48 minutes. Okay. We can do this. Learning how to do the watermelon crawl. I don't know why that fucking song is stuck in my head. That's crazy. Okay. And all the people said, Amen, and praise the Lord. So he left. Asaph and his brothers were there before God's suitcase chair to minister before it regularly as every day's work required. And Obed Edom and his 68 brothers. Okay. So Obed Edom and his people were gatekeepers, and Zadok and his people were before the tabernacle at the high place that was at Gibeon. So God has a high place also. And they were to offer burnt offerings on the altar of burnt offerings regularly, morning and evening, and to do according to all that is written in the law of the Lord, which he had commanded these terrible people. Heman and Jeduthun and the rest who were chosen were designated by name to give thanks to the Lord, because his mercy endures forever. And with them, Heman and Jeduthun were to sound aloud with trumpets and cymbals, and they were going to do the music. and the sons of Jeduthun were gatekeepers. Then all the people departed, every man to his house, and David returned and blessed his house. And that is the end of chapter 16. Which I didn't even sing the song for chapter 16 because I'm an asshole. But anyway, that's the end of that. Does anybody got anything they want to talk about real quick? Anything? What is happening? I'm in trouble. You made me open the book. Yes. But why'd you open the book? I read the whole thing. Except for, these terrible ass people. That's the only thing I'm allowed to call them. And occasionally say I hate them because they're just so mean to God. But oh no. I didn't bring my cigarette tube. I might have some here on the floor or something. Yeah, I see one right there. Cool. Awesome. I don't. Damn, that one's empty. I don't know. But, Midbar, what's up? What do you think about it? Because you just read it. So what do you think about it? You can set my truck on fire. Roll it down a hill. But I still wouldn't trade it. If it wasn't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. I spent all my life in traffic and oh yeah? What was your outlook? What do you because Psalms 22 is about Jesus. Damn, David had I I think Psalms 22 is about Jesus. And also, I think a lot of the Psalms that David wrote were actually the Psalms of this guy called Jasher, because Jasher apparently also wrote some Psalms, ancient Psalms, and David is a psalmist. Why is he a psalmist? Because he knows psalms, and they had to be like, because remember when David was hiding from Saul and from Absalom, but mostly from Saul, he had to have been writing those psalms, or you know, just writing them down to make himself feel better, because psalms are supposed to make you feel better. They're like the original, like, feel good songs. I can't prove any of that. That's just what I think is some of those psalms. I think the first couple psalms, I don't think, but then again, Solomon was really creative. So maybe those are poems from uh, David. But some of them might be from his memory from the book of Jasher or Asher. Maybe it's the book of Asher. Yeah. Oh, his outlook. I thought you said your outlook changed. My bad. Yeah, God does have an evil side. He let it rest on Saul. God definitely has anger. It if God was like the Christians think like God is all loving and he has no evil. It's because they've never read Das Bible. God gets pissed off because he has an evil side. He has an angry side. Like, God is a lion, a bull, a bird, and a person. He is all those things. And people are all those things. God has human emotions. God is like a human, but he's in heaven. And he's God the second, because God the first is in a box somewhere. And Jesus is God the third. Jesus is all love, though. Jesus is kindness. Jesus was the example that nobody follows because they love Paul more than they love Jesus. Jesus got annoyed a bunch of times, and he got angry one time. And then just everybody glosses over it. Jesus was hangry as fuck. And he killed that fig tree because he was hangry. Solomon is an interesting and deep subject. Oh, yeah. Solomon held the first ever TED Talks. He really did, and everybody would come see him. Yep. That was the real thing that happened all the time. And if my videos are not proof that God has a sense of humor, people really don't know God. Like, if people can't read this book and see God's personality in this book and how exciting he gets sometimes and how passive aggressive God is so passive aggressive, it's funny. Yes. Yes, and that's what I say all the time about kids in the ghetto. Their parents, like, they don't even have a chance. Like, their moms talk to them like assholes, and then they grow up to be thugs and gangsters and shit like that because the baby reminds them of their baby daddy, and then they treat the kid bad. Ain't it big? Take your pills, weirdo. Take your pills. Take your pills. Ain't it but great to be crazy? Take your meds, weirdo, weirdo. Yeah, that's my song. A lot of things. Oh, but yeah, anyways, like I was saying, the kid reminds them of their father, and the mother is mad at their father. So they talk to the kid like he's an asshole, and then they don't ever have a chance, and they become shit people because their moms treat them like shit. And it's terrible, and it's no way for a kid to grow up. Like, no lie. It's unfair, and it's not right. No, God didn't create it. No. But God has multiple personalities, multiple emotions, and God made people. So the people are going to have the characteristics of God because he made us, right? And God is angry, God laughs, God is boisterous, God is jealous, God has killed people for doing stupid shit, you know? God is no different. And that's why when I read God, I read him like a person because he's a fucking person. Yeah, he may be one of the O words, um, I'm the something or other. But anyway, he's a person. And talk to him like a person. God is a person. He's not a thing. We literally call him he because he's a person. We have the same characteristics as God. And that's why people think they're God because God is not different. People treat God like he's different. But if you treat him like he's regular, he'll live in the corner of your house. He lives in that corner over there in my house. Yep. And he hangs out with me all the time. Because I treat him like a person. Hey, what's up, Neil? What do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think about God? Like, how do you think he is? I said, no, no. Okay, well, uh, I was hoping people would show up today because I got God voice, at least until I go back to the hotel. I've got God voice. So I'm not gonna have God voice until the end of the week. And God cheated. Look, God cheated in that wrestling match with Jacob. He cheated like a motherfucker. And I told him that when we read that, I said, you fucking cheated. Because he broke Jacob's leg. And Jacob had a limp. Yeah. Well, and it's absolutely so hard to keep up with a lie. It's like, well, why don't you just omit information? Tell the truth, but then omit some shit. Make them figure it out. Like, I don't recall. Because then they can't ask you to elaborate because you don't recall. Anyway. But Yeah, about that Jacob wrestling with God. Yeah, God cheated. That was such an unfair because Jacob was winning. Jacob was winning. And then God smacked his leg like, bitch, you ain't winning. Are you kidding me? No. And why would God have to cheat? Because he doesn't want that blemish on his record? Like an MMA fighter that gets knocked out in public by a regular dude? Yeah, has to be something like that. Cheated, maybe. Proof of reality. That is that is true because God's always talking to people in their dreams. Remember Eli and Samuel? Samuel was trying to go to sleep, and God's like, wake up, asshole. And Samuel kept thinking it was Eli. And then, like, the third time, Eli's like, it's God, dude. And, like, go fucking talk to him. God wants you to talk to him. He comes up with these great ideas, but nobody ever listens to him. Like, this was a great idea. Read the Bible out loud on camera. This was a good idea that God came up with. Yeah. And he bothered the shit out of me until I did it. Yep. But I'm telling you, my life has gotten a bazillion times better since I've been doing this Bible thing. I started it like 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Come on. I know you just came in from outside. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can you hear her? God can bless for 20 minutes. Did you know when I was in the coma, right? I was in a coma for a hot second. Did you know Jesus came there and visited me? But I didn't ask him any of those stupid fucking questions. No, I just ran up to him and was like, can I have a hug? And hugged him before he could even answer me. And then I came out of the coma. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then a couple months after that, when I moved down here to Ohio, Dustin had a third shift job. And there used to be a couch back here in the party pit. We got rid of it. But there used to be a couch here at the party pit. And I would sleep on it third shift. And it was always I would listen to Jordan Peterson's Bible thing or whatever. And then God was like, read the Bible out loud on camera. Read the Bible out loud on camera. Because nobody is getting to the underground people. Nobody's getting to the people that don't fit in. Nobody is talking to those people. But seeing as I'm an outcast, I God wants me to do it. But did you know I woke up from a coma the day Tom Petty died? Yep. The day Tom Petty died is the day I came out of a coma. I hear from him all the time. He talks to me all the time. He lives over there. Well, people fucking suck. And people suck. People suck around me too. I get blamed for a lot of things, but definitely not anything like that. Damn. Damn. I don't have any more tubes. Um, well, uh, do you think you will ever get your wife back? See, I don't even know what to ask you. I don't know how because well, that's a fucked up thing. What? I think I have to go. All right. Good night, Neil. Rewatch this and hear the new song. Bible lady's gonna lead the way. Yeah, listen to it. That song's been stuck in my head since like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, yesterday, maybe. I don't remember what day. But anyway, I didn't know if I see her later. Oh, shit. Well, that's unfortunate, but I don't know what to say. See, I don't know what to say because I think I have to go. So maybe short soon you'll be able to see her. I don't know. Do you want me to pray for you? I'll pray for you. But I think I have to go. So I love y'all. I'll see you in a little bit. For tonight, I won't have God voice, but I'll see you tonight. I love you so much. Bye.